Traveling through tollways is now commonplace for our motorists. They have found them as welcome alternatives to traffic-prone thoroughfares. This week on Motoring Forum, we have for you an interview I had with Engineer Manuel Bonoan, President of Skyway O&M Corporation, operators of the Skyway, SLEX and Star Tollway, for an update on what's being done to ensure the safety, convenience, and comfort of their tollway users. Here's that interview. Engineer Bonoan, you see, most tollway users are deeply concerned with their safety, especially those that travel through elevated thoroughfares like the Skyway. Can you brief our viewers about the safety features that have been added since the start and those that have been updated?
Well, yes, it is a major concern actually of some of the motorists today regarding road safety. But before I dwell into what measures we are doing to make sure that you have safe travel in our Skyway, let me just say that motorists and the traffic volume of our Skyway has been increasing over the years. Our Skyway facility is made up of the elevated portion and an upgrade portion. The total volume of traffic that is passing through these facilities is now about 250,000 exit transactions per day. And so you can see the total volume of traffic that passes through our facilities every day. So inevitably, there are some major concerns about safety of travel. But SOMCO, as an operator of this facility, is making sure that there are measures that we are implementing, including, let's say, we are implementing within this area a traffic zone area. First of all, there are many causes of our traffic here because of, first of all, the volume of traffic is there. And then, kung minsan kasi, yung mga motorists are actually, syempre, yung driving behavior of our motorists. So, we are trying to implement some measures against all this and to safeguard our motorists. Like, for overspeeding, for example, we have acquired our machines, yung radar type, na that is capable even for nighttime travel or nighttime apprehension vehicles. So, all this, we have been trying to also educate our motorists to observe traffic rules and regulations as they pass by our facilities. At saka yung isa pa, kasi many of our incidents in our traffic are caused also by, aside from driver's error, meron din mga caused by mechanical problems, yung mechanical problems ng mga sasakyan, they just get stalled, so sudden brakes and things like this. So there are many things that complicates the management for and to ensure traffic safety, but we're doing our best. Actually, meron din kaming lately we had been trying to make sure that some of our vehicles, particularly yung Class 3 vehicles, yung mga trucks that are flying dito sa ibaba, tinitingnan namin bago sila pumasok that they are roadworthy, kagaya ng hindi nakalbo yung mga gulong, meron silang tail lights, yung talagang hindi dilapidated yung mga trucks, hindi sila overloaded. There was even one time na yung mga tumataob na mga vans dyan sa Skyway because of overloading or unsafe cargo, yung mga ganun ba. So we're trying to prevent them from even entering our facilities before they can get into it, So all these things, marami ho kaming ginagawa. There is a continuous patrolling or over in 24 hours. 24 hours a day, may continuous patrolling, both elevated at saka sa at grade. We have also provided mga emergency base actually dyan sa baba sa aming at grade so that motorists who are in distress can have safe refuge immediately so that they don't block the carriageway most of the time. It's a complicated thing, but SOMCO is doing its best actually to make sure that our advocacy to provide safe travel along our facilities are being done.
Still on the topic of safety, please tell us, are there other safety innovations that are in the pipeline and lined up for our Skyway users?
Yes, well, we are actually trying our best. Actually, yung kahit na sa ibaba and sa itaas, we are delineating actually yung mga lanes going to the exit facilities. Like if you will notice that exiting through Bikutan and exiting through Sukat, exiting through Alabang, there are many plastic barriers that are being installed so that we segregate, hindi nagmi-mix yung magmi-mix yung going to the exit and going through the expressways para hindi magkakaroon ng mga conflict areas. All these things, we are doing this. We are continuously implementing yung mga overspeeding activities, and then we are going to install additional CCTV cameras on both elevated and dito sa at-grade area so that we can monitor all these spots in our facilities so that we can quickly also respond to any incident or for that matter para hindi masyadong naabala yung mga ibang motorists when incidents happen.
Engineer, one issue in the past about traveling in the Skyway is the overspeeding of buses, which have caused some accidents. What has been done to minimize this and to eventually, hopefully, eradicate this malpractice of speeding buses altogether?
Yes, of course, yes. From that incident that happened 2 or 3 years ago, we have sustained our overspeeding operations, particularly on our buses and other public utilities, so that they can travel safely along our expressway. No, we have been yung mga apprehensions namin like overspeeding for that matter, talagang sustained sustained advocacy namin yan so that we can prevent these things to happen again. At saka yung even before they enter the expressways, we see to it that their vehicles are roadworthy. And the other thing is we constantly have dialogues with our bus operators and other transport groups that are flying over our expressways, dialogue with them, and so that the emphasis is on road safety, actually road safety. Since that time na nagkaroon tayo ng incident of a bus flying out of the elevated expressway, wala pa naman nangyayaring iba sa ngayon.
Can you tell us what has been the reaction of Skyway users regarding your strict implementation of safety rules? Would you have any figures on hand, like how many apprehensions have been made? Is it an upward or a downward trend?
Well, let me just go on average figures actually, that on an average we are yung implementation of our traffic rules and regulations and other measures to ensure safety in our expressways, we are actually having about 1,000 apprehensions a month. 1,000 apprehensions a month on the average. No? So this is the number of apprehensions. And as I said, the number of vehicles flying in our expressway on a daily basis is almost about 250,000 250,000 a day. So yung apprehensions lang naman namin is about 1,000 a month, no? 1,000 a month. So that's translates to maybe about 30, 35 apprehensions a day. But constantly, I think many of our motorists appreciates actually yung mga ganyang klaseng measures because they feel safe actually when traffic rules and regulations are being enforced in our facilities, no? Marami pa sila sa kanilang mga suggestions or some of our motorists actually in fact reports yung mga traffic violators once in a while, and we really appreciate their concern about road safety in our facilities as well.
Digressing, what is the status of the Star Toll in terms of being a safe tollway? I understand there have been a number of repairs and upgrades done there. Can you update us on this, please?
The Star Tollway has now been transformed into a good expressway. As far as its riding quality is concerned, it has been newly rehabilitated actually into 2 lanes per direction all the way to Batangas City from Santo Tomas, no? So that's about 42 kilometers. And it has good motorable areas, may adequate sidewalks and yung mga directional signs and warning signs, traffic directional signs and everything. So it's a safe expressway as I can see, no? And similarly the traffic enforcement is also sustained in that area. Kasi, I must admit that it's a new facility. It's a very good expressway at this time. The volume of traffic is not really that much, so there is tendency also for motorists to speed up. Maraming ang paminsan yung mga during light traffic ay marami rin nag-i-speed. Overspeeding in that area. So even the overspeeding activity, yung kwa namin doon is actually being enforced on a 24/7 basis, no? The Star Tollway from Santo Tomas to Batangas City carries almost about 50,000 vehicles a day now, and is still increasing at about let's say mga 12-15% per year.
Thank you, Engineer Bonoan, for sharing your time with us with updates for our viewers. Before we end, would you have any message for our motorists?
Well, yes. Our expressways starts from right now from Buendia to Alabang to sa South Luzon Expressway naman from Alabang all the way to Santo Tomas, and our Star Tollway starts from Santo Tomas all the way to Batangas City. So all this is an expressway that we can say is being attended to make sure that our motorists can drive safely and comfortably along the way, and we just hope that you continue also your travel and to travel along these expressways. But most of all, ang pakiusap lang sana namin is that these expressways are traffic zone areas, and we should abide by the traffic rules and regulations so that everybody's travel is safe along the way. Rest assured that the management of all these 3 expressway systems are doing their best actually to provide all the necessary measures to provide safe and convenient travel along the way.
Thank you again, sir.
Thank you, Butch. Happy motoring.
That was my recently held interview with Engineer Manuel Bonoan, President of Skyway O&M Corporation, operators of the SLEX, Skyway and Star Tollway, on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum.